Hi, thank you for joining me on Dish It With Me, Heather D. And today I'm going to show you how I put together a really delicious and simple cake. This is a yellow cake. Yes, I'm going to show you how I make my delicious homemade yellow cake. And it is going to be better than any box cake that you used in the past. So come on and follow me and see how I get this put together. This cake is going to be a definite crowd pleaser. We starting out with our butter and sugar, and we're going to combine this up and get this all nice and creamy. Okay, instead of creamy, we want to make sure that our butter is well incorporated. Next, we're going to add our eggs, and we have 4 eggs here, and they're going to be added one at a time. This is our second egg. I'm adding my last egg now. That was 4 eggs, and then after that, I'll be adding my flavoring. And my flavoring is 1 tablespoon of vanilla and a half a teaspoon of butter flavored vanilla. And we're going to go ahead and just mix that all in with our egg and sugar mixture. And just give it a good stir. You don't want to overbeat this because you don't want it to get all clumpy either. But you want to make sure everything is well incorporated. Okay, so I have my mixture here, and I'm about to add in some sour cream. And this is about 3/4 cup of sour cream. The recipe for this cake will be in the description box below. So I'm adding my sour cream to my wet ingredients. And then I'm going to mix this all up and get this well incorporated. Okay, so now I have all my wet ingredients combined. I'm going to add in my dry ingredients. And I'm going to rotate between dry and my buttermilk. I have 1 cup of buttermilk here. And I just added my dry first. And now I'm going to add in some of my buttermilk. I'm going to rotate back and forth with dry and buttermilk until it's all gone. After mixing all your ingredients, your batter should be nice and creamy. And now all you have to do is just place it into your cake pans that's already been greased and bake in your oven at 350 degrees for 30 to 33 minutes or until toothpick comes out dry. These are my greased cake pan. Camera angles. My greased cake pans are here. And what I'm going to do now is just spoon them in using my measuring cup. And try to get them as even as possible. So that way they can bake evenly. And you want to have a spatula too to make sure you get all the inside of your cake batter out of their cups. So that way you're not leaving out any of the good stuff. Pull this a little bit closer. And I'm just going to go back and forth until I have my bowl nice and clean. This cake is going to be a caramel cake, which if you see my previous video, how I made my caramel frosting, you can go to my dessert playlist. I'm going to see if my kids can show me how to put links at the bottom of my description box so people can click on it. But I'll have the recipe on how I make my caramel. This is for the homemade yellow cake that goes with the caramel cake. Of course, in the video that I'm showing for my caramel cake, I used the box cake mix. But this is going to be a homemade cake. It's for my mother. She requested it. And so I have to be nice and make it for her. No, I don't mind making stuff for my mom. She's a sweetheart. She makes a lot of stuff for me. Oh, hi again. Another blooper. Well, once I finish these cakes, then I'll show you how they look once I place them in the oven. Here are my cakes. They're about to go into the oven at 350 degrees. And like I said, for 33 minutes or until a toothpick comes out nice and dry. Now, I do have a little bit of cake mix that I put to the side for us to sample, because I got to make sure that this cake come out right before I pass it to my mother. Now I'll get ready to put together this caramel frosting while these bake. And that is going to be the time that's going to use up most while this is baking. So I'm going to put a timer. I'm going to put it at 30. And then I'll check it. 31, 30. Then I'll check it. Those were 8-inch cake pans, so I'm going to check probably a little bit before, but every oven is different, so we shall see. Okay, so this is one cake. As you can see, I already sampled a small piece off of it, but it is so delicious. So nice and moist, and it's so soft. Look at it. No tan to it, not even around the edges. And when I flipped it over, it still has a really pretty soft and so moist. Look at that. Okay, now to wait for the other two. And here you go. 30 minutes later, here is our cakes. Now I'm going to let them cool for about 5 to 10 minutes before I flip them out so they can completely cool. And then I'll go ahead and get my caramel frosting started. Of course, I have it sitting right here because I wanted these to completely cool, and I was supposed to start these while these were in the oven. But while I'm making junky stuff to eat for other people, I decided to have a salad. Yeah. So I'm gonna eat my salad first, and then I'll make her frosting, and then I'll show you how I get this cake put together. But yes, this is our delicious yellow cake. Okay, it has been 10 minutes, and look at these beauties. The perfect, beautiful yellow cake. And like I said, this cake recipe can be used for any cake you want to make. Used with any frosting. So, if you like this video, remember to click like, share, and subscribe. And this cake is going to be frosted like I have mentioned earlier. And it's going to be frosted with caramel frosting. And if you'd like to see how I did my caramel frosting, look at my caramel cake video. The best 2-layer caramel cake. Yes, that shows you how I make my caramel frosting from scratch. I just can't stop looking at these beauties. So, I hope you liked this video, and thank you for watching. Talk to you later. Have a good day, and God bless.